Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about some of the behind the scenes info that we got for Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. So basically, Simon Bennett went on a podcast called The Global Nerds. If you guys want to go ahead and check that podcast out, I'll leave a link down below in the description so you guys to go check that out. And this is where I'm getting all the information from. So shout out to Global Nerds for giving us this information. So basically, one of the things we learned is that it was a Hasbro decision to make Cosmic Fury 10 episodes and not a Netflix decision. Netflix was originally going to make Cosmic Fury a 20 episode season, but Netflix decided not to. I mean, Hasbro decided not to and basically cut the episode down to 10 and also took away half the budget. So that's actually really interesting to hear. I'm really curious to see why they even did that in the first place. I don't know if it's just if the Hasbro just don't care, which I don't think so, but it's just a little bit odd if anything. But well, I wonder if we get some more information to figure out that later, honestly. And here's something about Once and Always. Once and Always was supposed to be more darker, but then they decided to go back and make it what Power Rangers originally was. So that's actually really interesting. And I heard some stuff that did get cut out that could be the tone of darker. And also, I think that's actually pretty interesting to hear. But I would have been fine with either or. So, yeah. And some more information that came out was that they didn't have a lot of time to work on everything that they needed to. And Simon basically said that he wished they had more time to work on some of the SFX effects and all that stuff. And you could tell if we watch Cosplay and Once and Always that they didn't have a lot of time. But that's really unfortunate because a lot of people be complaining about the CGI and stuff. But I'm not the one who typically complain about that most of the time. But it's just really unfortunate to hear that they didn't get a lot of that time. So yeah. Okay, so for the suit designs for Evil Ollie, Lord Zed, and the Cosmic Fury suits were a collaboration between Hasbro and Toei. And the original designs had more texture into the suit, I guess, which is actually very interesting to hear. So Toei did work on the suit. Had some type of contribution into the suit. So that's interesting to hear, honestly. But on the flip side, we haven't even got toys yet for most of these suits. So I'm curious to see if we ever going to get toys of the Cosmic Fury suits and Evil Ollie suit and Lord Zed suit. But we'll see, I guess. So the helmets and the Ryu Soldier toys, suits and stuff was basically returned to Chloe after they got done making the mold, or basically made by Hasbro. There's also another reason saying that Blaine was not in Cosmic Fury because they had to send the suit back. So that's interesting. Another thing is like for the Death Ranger suit, they said Toei sent Hasbro the Kill You Navy suit instead of the Death Ranger suit. So it and when Hasbro basically asked them to paint it, they basically said no. So that's actually very unfortunate that they had to go with that. But yeah. Honestly, I hear people complaining about that. It's all Hasbro stuff, but it could go hand in hand because the Super Sentai can limit the Power Rangers bullets as well. So that's just a situation that they could go. It's kind of could go hand in hand, honestly. And there's another thing they're saying. They thought it was really offensive to make Zato the White Ranger, which I don't understand why. I guess they didn't want to make the black male a White Ranger. I mean, but we had Haley from Ninja Steel, so I'm confused why they thought that wouldn't be okay, but I don't know. It's just really confusing. Another thing we learned is that the production don't really read the comics that much. The only thing they really pulled from is like the Morphin Master designs. So basically, it was like a Hasbro decision to not make him a White Ranger because they thought it would be offensive, which is I'm just so confused. Why would that be offensive? But apparently, it was like an inside joke for the Z looking like an N, which is pretty funny, honestly. And I'm kind of glad that actually kind of made it into the show. There is much more to the Izzy and Fern story that we learned. Has Simon basically said in the podcast that they was actually supposed to break up because of Izzy being very overprotective and very possessive of Fern. So that's actually really interesting. But because it got cut down from 20 to 10, Fortunately, that ended up getting lost, so that's really unfortunate. But if you watch Cosmere, you could tell that the relationship was definitely escalating, and you could tell that at some point, I think Fern was gonna break up with Izzy. So yeah. Also, Simon also said that they wanted to continue the dinosaur thing because dinosaurs would sell more, which honestly makes sense in the scheme of things. But as the recording of this we only got the Cosmic Free Morpher and the Cosmic Free Megazord, so we didn't really get much from this season. So very surprised we haven't got any figures yet. So very interesting. Also we learned that there was never a shot with Morzette fighting with the new suit, which honestly makes sense because that suit just looks like for show, not for really fighting. So yeah. Ollie was chosen to be a villain because Kai Moya has some availability issues, which is very interesting to see, honestly. That's probably why we didn't see him in like I think episode 7. So that's actually really interesting. I did not think about it like that, honestly. Ninja was actually thinking about becoming back instead of Mick, but they actually went ahead and chose Mick instead of Ninja, which is actually really interesting. But I wish they actually could have did both, but I know, but anyways, I thought it would have been really cool to see Ninja back too. But yeah, on top of that, I'm really happy that we got to see Kelson Henderson again in the final season. Ion is the Sixth Ranger in Dino Fury, but in this season, there was no Sixth Ranger basically roped into in the continuity of the show. So I actually kind of like that. They also talked about how they took the Morphin Masters out of the commission, so the story won't be relying on them too much because it was they were written to be like so powerful. So I kind of actually like that they got rid of them and had to actually rely on the team. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So overall, there's a lot of interesting stuff that we found out, and it's just really cool to hear all these information, honestly. But that's really all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. Let me know in the comments section down below your thoughts on all the behind the scene info for Cosmic Fury. Have an all day.